Hey, coach. So I had a buddy of mine. He's coaching his son's youth football team. He called me up, asked me if I had any drills for him. And so I made these three videos for him. So I decided to share it. It's these three drills were the cornerstone of what we did when we coached youth football. In youth football, you can't coach everything. So we really wanted to get really good at a few things that we thought were important. So we had agility and footwork station. And we had a blocking and tackling station, and then we had a ball leverage station. And these three videos are going to show you, kind of get into the details of how we coach that. You can adapt it to what you do. Main thing is, we after we warmed up, we would immediately break up into these stations. Okay, and the kids knew knew where to go, they knew what to do, and we would just be moving. It really conveyed the message that we were there to work. Felt like we were getting a lot done right away, and it really set the practices off on a good foot. And these things travel well. So, you get rained out, take them to the gym. You could run these drills. You go on the road and you want warming up before a big game. Take these drills, and it kind of became like a comfort zone for our kids, and as well as it built up great fundamentals. So, um, you know, the other thing too is when we started the season, we coached it. We started slow. We coached them, told them exactly what we were looking for. And that way, when we would bark out coaching points, they understood what was going on. Sometimes, if we saw the same mistakes being made multiple times, we would slow things down again, make sure we were all on the same page, but really conveyed the message that we were going to hold them accountable to our coaching points and what we asked them to do. And when they saw that the skills would relate to the games, that then they really started building confidence and momentum into the team. So anyways, we believed in it. It was a great way to start practice, a great way to build the skills, great way to be efficient, and we loved them. So if you want to change things around, or just take that basic idea into what you do, whatever you want to do, they're adaptable, they're flexible. But anyways, this is what we did. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll be happy to help. Thanks, Coach. All right, Coach. So at the beginning of every practice, we would do this little cone drill, which I kind of liked. And then so the kids were all kind of lined up at the first cone. The way I set it up was you go in a straight line, and then these two are kind of like maybe 5 yards apart, and these two are like 10 yards apart, and this is like a mirror. So this is 10, this is 5. Uh, maybe a little bit less, but if everything's marked off 5 yards, it makes it easy. And then you got a straight line of cones right here. This one's pretty close, 4 yards, something like that. This one's a little further out, like 10 yards. And then, so the same thing over here. So the kids all get in line, and the first guy would just go. So they backpedal here. But what I don't want them to do is look at the cones. Okay, so they want to stay on the inside of the cone, just get a good backpedal. As soon as they see the cone, they could break out of that. And you want them to break, plant their foot and break straight towards this cone right here. Um, and again, main thing is don't look back for the cone. You don't put this cone right there for them to stop right there and change direction. You put that there as just like a landmark. Is when they see it, out of their peripheral, then they can go. Because the main thing is the good back pedal and the plant and the drive. I don't care if they plant and drive here, here, here. It doesn't matter. As soon as they see that cone, that's why I try to keep this kind of close. I said 5 yards if everything's marked out. But, if they're third, fourth graders, maybe 3 yards, 4 yards. But main thing is you got to jump on it. If they turn around and look at it, and they shouldn't be backpedaling into the cone either. They should be lined up to the inside and go straight back. They plant and drive, however you want to teach that. And then they shuffle in a straight line. Everything you want to be in a straight line. So it's sharp lines here to here. You don't want to round it. Here to here to shuffle, and again, the cone set here for a direction, you know, not to get all the way there. Because if they get all the way there, they're going to try to go around it or whatever. Want to put out far enough, and they get to it, close enough to it, and drive to the inside of this cone right here. The reason being because if they go, up here, they start getting rounded. You want to be able to, go straight, plant, and go direct to your target. Want to plant on their outside foot and go direct to their target. So you gotta harp on it because no matter what you say, they won't follow directions. Um, They'll look at the cone, they'll round off their angles, they'll be sloppy here. You want them to get to here as fast as they can, break down and shuffle. All right, not skip, just shuffle. All right, it's not a race, it's all for form, and drive out of there in the sprint. And they get over here. And the way it's run over here is like, okay, the first guy goes, but once he gets to be like halfway, we tell him halfway, maybe a little bit further. This next guy is already turned around, ready for his back pedal. This guy tells him go, and he turns around. And the next guy comes over here and he gets in front of me, says go, like that. All right, and the very last guy, he can kind of figure it out on his own, but that way they're not, turning around and look. So that way it runs crisp. And they come over here, and once he's done, he's that's why it's doing that. So he does back pedal, drive, shuffle, drive, and he gets back over here and gets in line. Boom. And then when they're all done, boom, 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 he gets in line. Boom, gets in line. Okay, and then once they're all done, they start it over again. All right, go. Boom, 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 drive. And gets in line. Okay, so we do that every day of practice. It's good for their footwork, and also just teach them discipline that they have to do exactly what you tell them to do, because they won't, and you'll be fighting this, not fighting it, but you'll be staying on top of them the whole year. And then they just starts them off with a good rhythm. They know what's going on. There's movement, and so anyways, we liked it. We even did it in high school for a while before we started. As they got older, we started separating into more position specific stuff. But this is like all team stations. So anyways, hope that helps.